Would it be considered rude to decline a meeting invite scheduled at 7:30 p.m. over and above our work timings to accommodate US counterparts? What do you say? Yes or no? A question we all must have come across. Should we forsake our family life for work or not? And there is no right or wrong answer, because those who are single, it would be easy. But those with families and prior commitments, it would be difficult. Stephen Covey once said that the challenges of work-life balance are, without question, the most significant struggles faced by modern man. And he couldn't have been more right. Do you know 60% of working Indian professionals say that their work-life balance is from average to terrible? Monster.com did this survey where it talked to, interviewed around 2,000 working Indian professionals. And out of them, more than half said that their work-life balance was from average to terrible. And surprisingly, in this survey, 45% of respondents were from non-metro cities where work-life balance is not supposed to be an issue. And 54% of respondents were single. Who said that technology, laptop and mobile pose a problem in their work-life balance? Now, according to these statistics, it is apparent that work-life balance is an issue. Work has evolved through time. In the time of Industrial Revolution in the 20th century, work was 96 hours for 6 days a week. After the Workers' Revolution, it came down to 40 hours for 5 days a week. In the current times, we talk about work-home integration, work-life integration, which means you could be attending your child's sports day and be working from there on your mobile and laptop. The meaning of work life differs for each one of us as our priorities are different. For me, work-life balance means self-leadership and work-home integration. Self-leadership means leading my own emotions, thinking, behavior, time management, stress management, and prioritizing to get more productive. Work-home integration means taking home as a learning ground for these behavioral skills. Let me elaborate more on this. Do you get irritated when a child asks you the same question again and again? Do you get upset when your husband asks you about where the things are kept when they might be just in front of you? We all come across this situation at home, where we know patience is a virtue and our response to the situations can make or break relationship. But many a times, situations can be irritating, frustrating, that controlling that reaction gets to be difficult. And I must have struggled with this so much. When my kids were young, I would, and many a times they would break things and spill things, and I would react swiftly and harshly. I struggled with patience. In workplace also, many a times, my response was not right. and that never did good to me. I remember when my daughter was young and once she had broken a glass bottle and I had reacted swiftly and harshly. And I saw her after some time sitting in the bedroom crying. And I went to her and she said, "Mama, you're not nice." And that day I felt very small. I decided to change a little bit of myself that day. The next time she broke something, I paused. And I paused to react a little less hastily, a little less harshly. I responded a little less harshly to the situation. I practiced this many a times and I applied what I learned at my workplace. I was working with a multinational on a client, an international client, on an anti-counterfeiting process. And there was this Southeast Asian conference which was going to happen, and I'm sure I would go because I was the only lead in India handling that client, and my boss had also assured me. But when the list came, my name was not there. And I was filled with rage as I could remember all the weekends that I had put in and all that work, the late nights I had done. And I was so angry that I walked inside my boss's cabin and I was just going to react. Then I paused. I asked him for a half day and went back home. The next day, when I came back, I was in a better position to talk to him. If I had talked to him that same day, I'm sure something nasty would have come out from my mouth and it would have spoiled our relationship and my appraisal. Responding to situations is a very important aspect of our behavior. And we all struggle to get that right response. Have you ever responded or reacted to a situation which you regretted later? Yes or no? In this time of pandemic, where the work and home boundaries have merged, there might be time when you might be in a meeting and your child will rush into your room and ask for something. Just calmly pause and respond to the situation. You might be in a team meeting and your mother-in-law would ask you, "What have you cooked?" Pause and calmly respond to the situation. You might be in a team building training when your husband would ask you for laundry. Pause and calmly respond to situation. By the time this pandemic is over, I'm sure you would have become an epitome of patience and you will have practiced responding to situations. Work-home integration is about taking home as a learning ground for these behavioral skills. Living with people gives us an opportunity to apply the knowledge gained in real life situations. Change is hard, but if we try bit by bit, consciously, we can become a better version of ourselves. Stephen Gillett, Stephen Gillett once said, invest in your work-life balance. Time with family and friends is as important as time at work. Getting that out of balance is a path towards unhappiness. Let us get, let us become a better version of ourselves. Let us get good at work-life balance. Thank you.